Hi there, it's Alyssa from Domestic Heights, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble my paper peony. And in terms of this template, so I've already cut out my template with medium weight cardstock, and there's three main components to this template. There's the set of single piece petals, followed by a bunch of strips in increasing size, and then the outermost edge of the petals is these single petal pieces right here. So we're going to start with the single piece, innermost, topmost petals, and we're going to first sort of curl the petals inwards, and I'm using my scraper device here. If you don't have a scraper device, then you can use either scissors or credit card or any sort of straight edge. I already pre-curled the other petals so that, the tutorial, you don't have to watch me curl petals forever. So the first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to glue the center, those bulb-like piece of this flower, and the way I like to do that is I want to create kind of a spiral effect, and so I sort of apply a dab of glue. I would highly recommend using a hot glue gun for this one because it goes so much faster, but I just apply a dab of glue in the center of the petal, and then I sort of hold it in place while I move on. While it's drying. I'm going to slide the last one in there, which sort of props the whole thing up. Hold that in place for a few seconds while sort of the glue sets. And then you can move on to the next layer. So next layer, I just apply a dab of glue. Glue the center bulb on. And I sort of I do the same thing. So this one I have to place a little bit more to the edge. And you just kind of go in a spiral here. There's so many layers to this that, if every petal is not offset in the perfect way, it's quite all right because it'll look fine in the end. The other nice thing about a hot glue gun is if you don't like something, you can always just sort of, you can apply the tip a little bit and it sort of melts the glue again, and you can re-glue it. There we go. All right. Okay. And then again, with the next layer, just give that an extra moment there. All right. Okay. So with this next tier, I like to glue each strip on individually. So you want to kind of watch to align it properly. And then be careful not to burn your fingers on this. Okay. This is amazingly a very forgiving flower, so if you sort of mess up a layer, it's totally okay. You can just, you really can't tell. Yeah, you wanna make it so that the petals look like they're, you know, curving inwards. Oh. Okay, so on to the next layer. You want to slightly offset the petals, but you know, obviously it doesn't have to be perfect because, again, you can't really tell. It's okay if it sort of unravels a little bit, because what happens is when you apply another layer of glue, it tends to heat up the underlying layers of glue and it releases a little bit, but that's fine. Just apply another layer, glue it down again, and it'll dry in place. Okay, so the last layer is optional, but here we want to just cut a little indentation. I'm not going to actually glue this or hold this in place. This is so that it just bends a little bit easier. I usually have to cut like halfway up the petal. So the reason why I didn't pre-cut this on the cutting machine is to sort of just, it depends on how you assemble the flower. So I sort of gauge as I go, but it looks like for here, I think halfway up is good. Okay. So here, right above the crease, I'm gonna do a little thin line. And I'm just gonna hold it in place for a second. It's okay, but you know, you can always go back and sort of glue it back in place. You can let it stick out a little bit, and then if it bothers you later on, then, you know, glue it back in place. All right. Probably fix this one up a little bit more and glue these tabs down a little bit more, but all in all, it's pretty straightforward.